Hello everyone, this is Kaushal Prasad Srivastava. Today I am going to explain transport in plants and excretion in animal. This is my third video on life processes. Let us start from transport in plant, but before we get into the detail of all the process of transport, we first need to understand what is transport in biology. Transport is a life process in which substances absorbed in one part of the body of an organism is carried to other part of its body. Large organisms like animals and plants need transport system in their body to supply all their cells with food, oxygen, water and other materials. Okay, this is transport. As you can see the structure of plant, the plant body is generally divided into roots, stem and leaves. The roots are in the soil, which is the major source of nutrient in plants. Water and other nutrients enter the plant through the roots. The leaves are the food production center. Using the sunlight and carbon dioxide, they synthesize food by photosynthesis in the chloroplast. Now food from the leaves has to reach the other parts, and the water along with other nutrients has to reach the leaves and other parts. All of this takes place through the vascular tissue of plants. This is basically the transportation in plants. Transportation in plant is a method of circulation of water and mineral from soil throughout the body of plant. Vascular tissue like xylem and phloem help in conduction of water, mineral, nutrient and food throughout the plant body. Xylem. Xylem is a vascular tissue extending from top to bottom of the plant. Xylem tissue is present in the roots, stem and leaves. As you can see the structure of xylem, which have xylem fiber, trachea and vessel. It helps in the transport of water molecule and dissolved substances from root hair to aerial part of the plant. Xylem mainly comprises of trachea, vessels, xylem parenchyma and xylem sclerenchyma. Trachea and vessels are interconnected to form a continuous system of water conducting channels that reach all parts of a plant. The transport in xylem is unidirectional. Xylem mostly occupy the center of vascular bundle. Okay, this is one of the vascular tissue, that is xylem. Come to phloem. Phloem is a vascular tissue which transport food molecule. The element in the phloem are sieve tube, phloem fiber, phloem parenchyma and companion cell. As you can see the structure of this all element in phloem. The transport in phloem tissue is bidirectional. It forms vascular bundle in association with xylem. Let us come to the actual mechanism of water, mineral and food transport. Transport of water and mineral by root pressure and transpirational pull. Transport of food by source to sink theory or pressure flow theory. Let us first see how water moves up by root pressure. The root cells in contact with the soil take up ions. So as a result, root cells have more ions as less water in them, while soil particles have more water and less ion in them. So as a result, water moves from area of higher concentration to the area of low concentration. That is, water moves from soil particle to the root cells. This movement of water from the area of higher concentration to the area of low concentration is known as osmosis. Now this differences of water and ions is carried out throughout the water column, and thus the water is transported from root to the leaves. But the pressure is not enough to carry water in tall plant. So in such plant follow some other mechanism, that is transpirational pull, to carry water from root to their leaf. Now to understand what is transpirational pull, let us first understand what is transpiration. Transpiration, the loss of water in the form of water vapor from aerial parts of plant, that is leaf, stem and flower, is known as transpiration. Transpiration in leaf mainly occur through stomata. Due to loss of water molecule from all the aerial part of plant, these parts left with less water in them. The result, this creates suction. and because of suction, water is pulled upward from the xylem cells of the root to the leaves. This is very much similar to the way we suck drink with the straw. Now, as we all know that plant also need energy. Plant derive this energy from the food that they synthesize during the process of photosynthesis. Now there should be some method by which they can transport this food that they synthesize in the leaf to the other parts of the plant. This transportation of food and soluble product of photosynthesis is known as translocation. As glucose is prepared at the source by photosynthesis, it is converted into sucrose. Plant transfer sucrose all over their body. The tissue responsible for transportation of food is phloem tissue. Let us see how this transport occurs through phloem tissue. When food is synthesized in the leaf, it is to be transported to the sieve tube of the phloem tissue. Now, as the sieve tube already filled with the food, so this food is transported from low concentration in the leaf to the high concentration in the sieve tube. Thus, this transport requires energy from ATP. Now, water from surrounding xylem cells enter the sieve tube through osmosis, and now from here this food solution is transported to all parts of plant. This water serves as transporting medium in the plant. Similarly, blood serves as transporting medium in us. In this video, we have learned water is transported by the xylem tissue and food is transported by the phloem tissue. Let us come to excretion. The biological process of removal of harmful nitrogenous metabolic waste from the body is called excretion. Unicellular organisms excrete by diffusion, and multicellular organisms use specialized organ to perform same function. Excretion in human beings. A pair of kidney, a pair of ureter, a urinary bladder, and urethra constitute human excretory system. The kidney are bean-shaped structure. As you can see, the structure of human excretory system present towards the back of our body. Internally, a kidney is made up of numerous microscopic excretory units called nephron. A nephron is a basic filtration unit of the kidney. It is a cluster of thin-walled blood capillary. There are different parts of nephron in which the formation of urine takes place, which is the main function of the kidney. Bowman's capsule and glomerulus are together called as glomerular apparatus. There are afferent and efferent arteries which bring and carry the blood. The blood is filtered by glomerulus and enter the Bowman's capsule, where the podocyte cells help in the filtration and the glomerular filtrate is formed. When the glomerular filtrate come to the proximal tubule, then essential nutrients are reabsorbed. There are two limbs of loop of Henle, ascending and descending limb. Substances like glucose, amino acids, salts, a major amount of water is selectively reabsorbed from initial filtrate as the urine flow along the tube. Reabsorption depends on the amount of excess of water in the body and dissolved waste to be excreted. The urine from kidney enters the long tube called ureter. The ureter connects the kidney with urinary bladder, and urine from the kidney is passed to the urinary bladder and is stored in the bladder. When the pressure is expanded, bladder leads to the urge to urinate. The urine is passed out through urethra. So this is all about the excretory system in human beings. Thank you for watching this video.